Little Caesars changed the game, bro.
They did.
Little Caesars changed. That's the most shot of shit.
Hey, Chewy, blood. They want you on the podcast, bro. Look, he Mexican, bro. You gotta put him on.
Am I interrupting your depression? I'm sorry.
This week's episode of The Voice Party is brought to you by Big Boy Raps. Get your car wrapped by some of the most experienced and skilled in the Bay. Big Boy Raps, where the big boys play.
Welcome back to this week's episode of The Voice Party. I am your host, Corday Snell, and with me I have the very funny, laughing at me because I always fuck up this intro. I have JD.
Welcome.
I always fuck up the D. Is it a D on your name? What is it? Say it again, JD. Arandia.
Yeah.
And funny thing about it, I have it in my phone saved without the D.
How long have we known each other?
I don't know, dude. Long enough so I should be getting your name right.
Exactly.
Yeah. But that's what it is. Like, you know how black people just say your name wrong the whole time?
You can't keep using that as an excuse, dude. All right, so continue with your introduction.
Whatever. And then next to me, I have the very funny, the very entertaining, the other black guy on the podcast.
welcome.
Black guy number two.
Black guy number 2, aka Joaquin.
By the
AKA
way,
Black Joaquin.
We don't
How are you
keep
doing?
the black guys together on purpose. It just happened.
People didn't ever even know that until you brought it up, JD.
Segregation.
No policy of segregation on the show.
And then we got Phil making the podcast great again on the ones and twos.
Making a podcast and America.
And America, I don't know about that part. White America, fuck you, Phil. And this week we have a very special guest who me and JD know very, very well. A super funny cat here in the Bay Area. We have the very funny Josef. I don't know your last name.
Anolin,
right?
Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Anolin. With the O. Anolin, right? However,
You did hella Latin. I'm gonna lie. Like,
Anolin. Es Anolin, ¿cómo estás, cabrón? Good to see you, bro. Long time no see, man.
yeah, it's been almost a day.
It's been a few hours, actually. Yeah. I was worried that you weren't going to make it in.
I almost flaked on you. I ain't gonna lie.
Yesterday, he tells me, call me by noon to see. I'm like, no. No.
You either in or you out, man.
That's literally somebody who's like, hey, man, I'm kind of on the fence right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. But at least he's telling you up front.
If I saw any red on the Google Maps, I was gonna be like, yo, I can't do it.
Dude, I live 20 minutes from here, and I always be like, fuck, do I want to do this? And then me and JD live next to each other, never carpool.
Yeah.
And never carpool.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, you need a bigger car.
It's a fat joke.
Yeah.
First fat joke of the
Okay.
day.
I was like, okay.
Damn, already swinging. Mother.
Sorry.
How long have you been doing comedy? Let's get into it now.
Yeah.
I've
Officially started, like, I count. Like, there was a year where I was like...
2010?
Yeah, it was like 2008. I kind of started, but I didn't really take it seriously. And then post my dad dying in 2009, I started taking it really seriously in 2010. So
2010.
Yeah, so I would say like 12 years.
Okay, because I saw you for the first time ever where you did the show with Johan and I at the Bex.
Berkeley?
Yeah.
Berkeley.
Yeah.
And you were the only one that would sit. And I was like, who the fuck is this guy? But he was funny.
Fucking asshole.
Fucking asshole sitting. We didn't even have a stool. I think he brought it with him. And shit.
Just grabbed a chair out of the audience.
Yeah.
Shit, I'm sitting down.
Get up, bitch. I'm gonna sit in your chair. No, he didn't do that. But,
Yeah,
but you were
I
hilarious.
have a bad habit of trying to emulate everything Dave Chappelle does. Like, I'm gonna sit. There was a phase I was doing the microphone on the laughing at my own shit. I was like, you fucking piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Good times.
I only say it if I think it's gonna be a bad show.
Right.
Y'all ain't trying. I'm not gonna try either.
Yeah.
Let me sit down this entire time.
Why stress out my knees? You know.
Exactly.
No.
Has it been fun for you trying stand up? What made you get into stand up?
Not doing well at it and going like, what the fuck?
Are you one of those?
So like, no, so I was a part of this theater in San Francisco called Bindlestiff. So like this Filipino American theater.
You mentioned that. Yeah. So you met, right?
Yeah, that's how I met her. But I was a tech person, so I would do like lights and sound for shows in this little black box theater in the South of Market. And then I thought I had a rehearsal one day, and it wasn't. It was a stand-up comedy workshop, and it was Kevin Kamiya. I don't know if you're familiar.
Oh yeah.
Opens for Ali Wong and shit. Anyway,
It's special now, right?
I'm sorry.
No, that's
wow,
another
racist.
that's another
That's
Asian
Shang Wang,
person.
dude.
Yeah, exactly. I watched it. It's pretty funny too.
But anyway, long story short, I was like, oh shit, my bad. It was a stand-up workshop for like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, do you want to stick around? You know, like, I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm here. And then, so that culminated into a show that was like a bringer show. We bring all our family, and everyone laughs and is supportive. I wore a suit like a piece of shit. And then I thought I was like Steve Byrne or somebody, you know.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of us got booked for another show somewhere in the wild, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we all ate shit. I was like, what the fuck?
Well, how did you do at that first show?
That first one,
Where
like,
you wore a suit?
well, I thought I did great. You know, I was like, oh, this is so fucking good.
Yeah.
But it's just your friends and family.
You got
like,
applause instead of laughs.
did they pay for this? Like, and then, I wore the suit for the second show. Ate my ass on stage and was like, never more. But I was like, so it was like just this thing of like, well, how come it worked this time and it didn't work this time? And then it just, but then, my dad got sick in 2009, and he passed away within like 6 months of getting diagnosed with cancer. So like that time, I wasn't really taking comedy seriously, but then like, so I was basically his home care provider. Like, no, it makes me sound like I did insurance, but I was taking care of him, right? And so little by little, I was like, I wasn't going to work. My girl broke up with me. I was losing all this shit while dealing with that. And the only thing I really missed was doing the stand-up. So it's like anytime I could, I would like go out and do mics, and that would be my way of like venting.
So like everything was taken away from you, and that's the only thing you missed.
Right. And so I was like, that's important to know.
For sure.
And so when my dad passed away, like the end of October, I got the family, the immediate family was like, look, no Thanksgiving, no Christmas with like the rest of the family, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
We're just
immediate.
We're gonna mourn like, these next 2 months, and then January, we're gonna, we'll go back at it. And everyone's like, that sounds good. And so in my head, I was like, all right, I'm gonna dedicate to stand-up. So I was like, trying to get on any show I could. And this was like, there was no Fun Cheap or Eventbrite. It was like
the Wild West of
like it seems so long ago, but it wasn't that long ago. But like the like it's a trip. Like
social media wasn't as prominent for comedy as
I think it was still MySpace.
Right. Yeah.
Friendster might have still been fucking around. You know what I mean? But but yeah, no, it was like so it was like a different time. So it was like there's a lot of bringer shows and the dark ages, man.
Yeah. Holy shit. This took a turn.
Yeah, sorry.
So your dad inspired you to get into stand-up, yeah.
That's beautiful.
No.
you read that wrong, Corday.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to change the story, man. I don't know. Yeah.
Corday reading a book report. They didn't read the book for it.
He's like, so your dad was a comedian? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, he was a prop comic. Yeah. Bag of chemo with him. Sometimes I put Ecto Cooler in it.
This is why I like this shit, man. Because I mean, I don't know you that well. We know each other, but I
don't know what JD stands for. Yeah,
Jose Damian.
I
didn't want to know.
Okay, I literally found out. I've known this dude for 10 years. I found out 2 months ago what JD stood for.
Yeah.
So don't feel bad.
Because I don't want people to look me up. I'm just kidding. No.
I didn't think you had to worry about that.
No. I never even think of it. Like people call me JD since I was a kid. So and I found out another comic friend of ours, his middle name is Damien as well.
Yeah.
So it's interesting. So that's what I'm saying. Like I didn't know all that. Like that's why I like asking people. I know we always joke. Like we'll get into some other shit.
Yeah.
But when we go and then we're like, oh shit, we're like this is 40 minutes now. This is. this is not our typical. It's funny, not funny that you say that, but like I kind of had a similar experience, not like yours though, but where everything was taken away, and then that's the one thing I did miss. We're like, oh, I kind of want to do that again, because I wasn't.
It's instant gratification too.
Yeah,
for better or worse. Like you know, it's the most honest kind of relationship between an audience and a performer.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
Like, yeah, and like as opposed to like doing like acting or like theater shit,
where
it's
you
like
see the edit later on.
Like I would have to sit in rehearsals to read like a page, like half a page of dialogue, and I have to be there the whole time. I'm like, this fucking sucks.
Yeah.
That's why I'm always like, anyone's like, show up to the show at 6:45. I'm like, no, I already know you're putting me last, so like, or like close to it.
Right.
Like, why the fuck am I?
Makes no sense.
I gotta get in fucking SF traffic at 6. Fuck that, dude.
Fuck that shit.
No.
But hey, you're headlining. Show starts at 7. Can you get here at 6:45? When am I going up? About 7:15. We were like, well, why the fuck I gotta get there so early?
Yeah, man, fuck that.
That's what that's what sucks about when you do that little short film. You got to leave early, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why everyone else afterwards, like, it was chaos because they had to wait 3 hours for a fucking. Let's get this shot right. Like, you know what? Fuck the shot.
Yeah.
Just
We did that shot too for like you
took
10 takes. We took 10 takes to do one shot. Yeah.
That shit sucked your whole day.
Yeah, but it was like after it was done. It's like, well, at least you can go home. The director said, at least you can go home. So what time are you here till?
They were there till 12:30.
Yeah, he was like 12.
AM.
He was like 12. Yeah.
Yeah, and you got there what 7 a.m.
Something like that.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's hella work.
It's hella work.
Yeah.
All right, good podcast, man.
So Joseph, you did a bringer show. Dad passed. You wanted to keep doing it.
Quit mentioning that,
Dude, I'm just trying to recap. Dude. So I know eventually you moved to New York, right? You moved to New York. How was that?
Oh yeah,
we were gonna get there, but thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome.
yeah, that was
a fun week.
No, I'm not Tim Young, man. I was back home in the Bay when he moved, and then moved back. I was like, "Where you at, dude?" He's like, "Oh, I fucking couldn't take it."
Just went to go eat at Momofuku and then went home.
Vacation, but he said he was moving. Yeah.
Like pastrami at Cat's Deli takes longer to make than this food was out there. Like,
How long were you there for? I remember you when you went.
cumulatively, it was like a year and a half, but like totality was 2 years.
Okay.
Because I spent the pandemic hit while I was out there, so I spent 3 to 4 months back in the Bay waiting the shit out, and then all of a sudden my lease was coming up, and I was like, oh, I guess no one's to stay. All right, I'm leaving too. Like,
That was okay. I thought that was way before when you went to. 'Cause I thought that was like. I thought you were already in New York when that Flophouse thing we were talking about last night.
oh no, Flophouse happened when I was still in the Bay.
2016, 17.
Yeah, I didn't move until 2018.
Oh shit! I'm way up. So it was a whole year, like it complete, like in totality, like you said. It's a good word.
Yeah, like, you know, I would come back here for like a stretch of like a month or something, and then go back, fucking hate it. Everything was really terrible the first year in New York.
Stage time wise, how was it good?
Garbage.
Really?
Fucking trash.
Really?
Like,
Why do you say women
I'm not
shit?
going to pay for stage time, so that eliminates X amount of open mics.
Yeah.
Where it's like $1 per minute you're basically getting. And, you know, it's like, I just don't respect it. I don't respect the comics to do it. You know, that's just me. And then the other ones, you know, they're like 2.5 minutes maybe. And, you know, you sit and watch motherfuckers pull out names and throw the shit back in. Like I saw you do that. Like,
Fuck.
For whatever reason. Maybe they knew that person was going to suck or whatever. But it's just...
You didn't pay enough?
Yeah, it's just a fucking grind. But everyone's doing it. So, you know, you'll see like comics who are like booked at clubs at the mics still grinding. But it's also a thing of like, no one's paying attention if they don't give a fuck about you.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So like the old Creek and Cave before they moved to Texas, whatever. It's like this garage, like this clear garage door that would separate the room from like the hallway. And like if they didn't give a fuck about the 5 names who got picked, they all and just be talking behind the fucking glass door. I'm like, this is the most disrespectful shit I've ever seen in my life.
But there's more.
And you're like only getting 2.5 minutes, so you're like
not even being able to. Yeah.
You know, it forced me to, you know, really, you know, whittle down the material, tighten the shit up. Yeah. But also not really give a fuck what comics think as far as your comedy goes, because you know what I mean. It's like it's not for them; it's for the audience.
Yeah.
And so it's like I'll do the shit, and they're all just kind of, you know, giving me that when is it my turn look.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like, you know, you just have, you're like the fucking horses and, you know, with the little blinders. It's just like, fuck it, I'm not paying attention to that. I'm just trying to get the rhythm of the joke, you know, whatever.
But did that year help, like, aside from tightening it up, did it help you in the sense of, like, struggling in a different city where...
I feel like moving to New York was one of the biggest mistakes of my fucking life. But it started to get better by the second year. Okay. They always say that first year is the hardest. Yeah, it's true. And it takes 2 years to really plant your feet. And that just so happened to coincide with COVID happening.
Right.
So I was getting at least a monthly spot over at the Stand. And then me and a couple other comics created our own show there. So we had that going monthly too. And then I did this really terrible bar show that was packed, but they kept the fucking NFL playoff game. It was like the Niners,
fucking
whoever, and they had
and
they had 3 screens like still, and I went up there and like did my thing, and then the dude who produced the show was also a booker at Caroline's.
Oh shit!
And he was like, if you could fucking do that here, you could for sure. You know, this is my vetting show for sure. So I booked it. I went up Sunday, and the pandemic was really, you know, like
starting to bubble.
And then by Friday, the whole city shut down. So I got my first Caroline's book set. And then,
oh no!
Not even a week later, fucking the whole city was just like, everyone stay indoors and you know all that shit. And then
that's fucked up.
A week after that, my mom was like, just come back home.
Yeah.
You know, we'll see. You know, and I was like, yeah, I didn't know how. The way they made that shit seem, there's no fucking way.
Careful what you say now.
There's no way we're fucking doing that again. No. There's no way that people are gonna. They're like, we get sick then. I don't give a fuck.
Well, I mean, it's similar to the Spanish flu that happened like 100+ years ago.
They really couldn't like people to stay home back then.
They were wearing masks and what have you, and they had campaigns trying to get people to do it. I don't know to what level, how many people stayed home, but I know the masks were a thing. As far as the struggle, trying to convince people to wear them, there were ad campaigns that would suggest that you're not manly if you're not wearing a mask, you know, because it's like, what do we have to do to convince you guys to be responsible?
Or the shutting down part, like they can't get away with the.
Maybe in another 100 years that might happen again, but not in the next 10.
Well, because they're talking about another strain and like
another flavor they created, fucking like, Sprite remix and shit, COVID remix.
Everyone's like, no, we're not gonna do that.
No,
I don't see anyone giving a fuck anymore.
Yeah, like if he dies, he dies. It's like
fucking Trago, man.
Yeah, that. Oh, If that wouldn't have,
if that hadn't happened,
what do you think
I'd
about
still be
that?
out there.
Do you think what your first Caroline show would have been?
Yeah, I mean, I did the show.
You did the show,
but it was only like 30 people because it was getting bad. Times Square was like
empty,
damn near.
Yeah.
Like, it was just a lot of tourists who was like, "Fuck it, we're out here."
Yeah.
Lights are cheap. Fuck it.
No, they just. God damn it! We planned this 2 years ago.
That's true.
All these fucking idiot kids with us, and like.
I heard New York got hit pretty hard though with the pandemic, with the disease. Yeah, there was ambulances all the time.
They said that.
I mean,
they were talking about they were throwing bodies out like fucking, like big old sacks of rice.
Yeah. I mean,
you were there.
I was there, but I wasn't. Like
paying attention.
No, because it's like New York is so huge, and I'm sure that there was like socioeconomic and whatever, like reasons for that happening, whether it be like the living conditions,
Got it.
projects, or whatever, just 8 people to a fucking 2-bedroom, some kind of shit like that.
Everybody gets COVID at that point.
Fuck, after a while,
especially out there where they're literally like 4
Stacked on top of each other.
Sardines,
sardines.
But the fucking trains were still running.
Yeah.
It's like, if you don't want anyone to go anywhere, cut off the trains. But you got the trains, and it was like, fuck it, we on the Far Rockaway. Like, we went.
The union.
My last 2 months there, I was like, fuck it, we're going to the beach. I don't give a fuck.
And there was nobody there.
No, there was a hell of motherfuckers.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
I went to the beach. I went to some fucking river that I'd never been to during the pandemic. I started exploring places, bro. And I would go, and there's a fuckload of people there.
Yeah.
I went to some, I didn't realize it was like a fucking nude river. I didn't know that was a thing.
Wow. New rivers?
Well, there is now.
Courtney's like, send me that GPS.
Send me that.
No.
It was beautiful though, but I was like, it was a fuckload of people. The news were there because of how many people were there.
I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had my friend Jeff Zamaria. I don't know if you remember him. He used to run Doc's Lab.
Okay.
And he used to be one of the producers at. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He got a car, and he inherited a car from his grandpa. So we would smash upstate, and he would like Google fire towers.
Yeah.
And so we would just find fire towers and like climb up those fuckers and just 360 views, getting loaded, fucking.
Like the kids from Stranger Things are.
No, we were old ass Stand By Me, dude. Like, we were walking on train tracks, like waving at people, Like,
it was fun though. Like I mean, okay, not for the people that died, obviously, but
Or got sick.
no, yeah, I would
got
assume
sick.
that would be less fun.
right. Yeah.
It felt like summer vacation.
It did for the
A long
like,
ass
the whole
summer
world.
vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because all we would do is just go to beaches, have a little outdoor gatherings, 6 feet.
6 feet. Yeah. Right. And then there were still those speakeasy shows happening.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure you did some of those. I don't know if you don't want to admit it on air. That's
In
fine.
New York, once all that shit, I was like, I couldn't give a fuck about. You know what I mean? It's like, and then you start to get the itch, and then Zoom kind of filled it for a little bit.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers would be cutting onions next to their fucking laptop. Sir, if you could just mute that.
What were you doing over there, like for work? Were you working full time over there?
So I got lucky because I was working bullshit jobs. I was a bar back once a week, and then 5 days a week I was working in this warehouse that like.
Shout out to all our barback listeners.
Motherfuckers, we got to study. Graduate to bartender. No, what's a Negroni?
I thought Manhattan was a city.
Sorry.
No, it's cool. And there was this warehouse that rented out like live event equipment, so like DJ shit, lighting, staging. So we were already in the slow period, and then the COVID shit was starting to ramp up. So I remember I was out on a Friday night, and they called me, and I was like, this isn't good. They're like, we were already in the red, and now we've lost all our events for December, blah, blah, blah. I'm sorry, we gotta let you go. So I was able to get unemployment before everyone got laid off.
Yeah.
Because my shit was in a seasonal downturn.
It was hard for people after the pandemic to get unemployment.
Man, I was like trying to call them, like, hey, I'm moving back to Cali. Can you transfer? And I was just like,
I need a plane ticket.
I couldn't get a hold of them to transfer it to the California one.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna collect this shit. I can't.
New York?
What do you? Like, I'm trying to call you. You guys don't have the infrastructure to handle this amount of people.
Yeah.
So I said, whatever.
Right.
I would have, but you didn't answer. So. But yeah, so that was chill.
So that's why it's the biggest mistake you ever made.
No, it just made me.
I mean, it's a good experience to have because the fact that you were able to get on some of these shows you didn't really have help, right? I mean,
No.
It's not like you got help.
The only person that helped me was Jeff,
Right.
the one because he worked at the stand.
Right. But you weren't like how do
Yeah,
I say-
no one gives a fuck about you
Right.
out there. It's the most
Like John Mulaney's gonna see me. He's gonna take me on tour.
He's gonna fucking drop in when he wants his set, do his set, and bounce. Like
Exactly.
Like yeah.
Did you see some of that?
I'm on the same show with fucking. Yeah,
He's
yeah.
not watching that thing.
I've opened for John Mulaney.
Yeah. Oh my
John
god.
Mulaney is like doing 2-3 other things before he gets there that night.
Yeah.
First of all, John's not doing any fucking Brooklyn shit room. Motherfucker does theaters. Like,
Hey,
I don't know.
yeah.
I'll ask you this as a food person.
Oh, it's
What was
fucking.
the best thing you had while you were out there? And I
It
always ask
wasn't
that.
Mexican food, and it
Oh.
wasn't Vietnamese. For some reason,
What, Vietnamese?
yeah, I don't know what it is about, like, the further Mexicans get away from Mexico.
That's our connection though with food.
Yeah.
we always talk about food every time.
Yeah,
we
you want to get Puerto Rican food out in New York.
yeah,
Sure,
exactly.
Cuban and all
Cuban
that shit,
and-
yeah.
Yeah, all that shit's great.
Yeah.
But fuck, sometimes you want a taco, and you'll just kind of take what you can get. It's a trip. Like, there's no Jack in the Box.
Really?
Jack in the Box is a West Coast.
Where do the comics eat after shows?
Fucking anywhere. Like,
There's
the
pizza
food-
places
yeah.
every 4 square foot, right?
It's a joke.
bodegas. Like, I miss bodegas so much. Like, just being able to get a fucking hot sandwich at like 4:30.
Oh yeah.
You can't do that in Oakland. Like, you fucking get murdered.
Yeah, right. Getting a burrito at fucking,
Yeah, maybe,
maybe
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
no.
That's the thing that
City
sucks.
that never sleeps.
That's the thing that sucks. Like, there's no. I'm sure everyone. That's like the one thing everyone says they like about New York. Like, you want to order Chinese food at 5 a.m. or whatever, or 6 a.m. or whatever time they're open. You can do that any time of the day. Which that's why I imagine it's like the best place for comedy. 'Cause I'm sure there's like 2 a.m. shows.
There's like a lot of late night shows, but I wouldn't
Not 2
I
a.m.
wouldn't say
but
2
like,
a.m.
Late night, like past 9 p.m. basically.
Oh yeah, there'll be shows starting at like 10 midnight, shit like that. Like, but that's mainly at the clubs, like the Cellar.
Oh, okay. Not the local.
Yeah,
local
Grizzly
shit.
Pear or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
And I wouldn't be on those shows.
They may have open mic nights,
They do, but it's just so.
but it's hard to get in there, right?
Yeah, there's just a ton of motherfuckers. From all over,
Right.
and you just kind of create your own shit and hope that
Right.
you'll be there enough and be present enough that people will remember you.
Yeah.
Then once you leave, they're like, oh, fuck that guy.
But did you build relationships where you could go back and do stage time like now if you wanted to?
There's a
Because
ton,
you're past at almost every club here, no?
all the ones that I want to be. That's one way of saying it.
Yeah.
Kind of bitter, but
Whatever works for you.
I mean, there's a lot of big comics that have moved out there.
Yeah.
They're doing, their thing, starting their own, I honestly don't know what the atmosphere is like out there right now. I've asked a few people.
Post-pandemic?
Yeah,
It's weird,
Some
huh?
people say like it hasn't really quite gotten back. Other people is like it's starting to get there, but
Yeah, because we're opened up way more than a lot of other states right now. Like I know that from Cali. That's what I've heard from other people.
yeah, I have since moving back to New York. I haven't been anywhere except for Eureka. Like,
Shout out to Savage Henry.
yeah,
Savage Henry.
it's Savage Henry. Yeah, but so I'm going on my first vacation in a while. First week of December to Vegas.
Booking some time out there while you're out there.
I could do it, but I'm not worried about it. Yeah.
What like personal goals do you have for yourself in comedy right now? Because you've done all the clubs you want to do, basically, like you said, right now.
I think it just developed it's one of those things I keep putting off is like developing the hour and putting it out in some format, whether it be video or combo video and recording CD album. You know,
I'm surprised you haven't put one out, man. Because I thought you were like.
I have clips. I'm like,
Right.
I'm supposed to be on Instagram and TikTok all the time, putting these clips up, and I just the smallest thing. Like I'll flub a word a little slightly. I'll not tell the joke completely.
And you get pissed off.
The audio's not good enough. Like I just I'm too much of that asshole.
Yeah.
OCD about the content.
I have the same thing.
I'm D'Angelo. I'm
We had a lot
Black
of.
Star over here.
We used to record every show, so like I have a lot of videos that feel recorded, but same thing. I messed up just one word, and I don't even want to see the video anymore.
Yeah. It's funny, and it's not like
Sorry, Phil.
And there's ways around it too. It's like,
Yeah.
You can just dub it over really badly. Like, this word, like.
I actually didn't know that was an option. But
I just thought of it now.
yeah.
I just saw all this audio shit. Like, hey, maybe we can fucking.
Let's put this shit out.
So basically, why I invited you is we want to film your first special.
Oh, okay.
Can we do the punchline on the Tuesday?
Going up on a Tuesday.
No, but you do want to do. That's the first thing that you want to do like an hour.
Well, yeah. I'm getting so tired of my old shit.
Yeah.
And so it'd be nice to just get rid of a lot of it in a,
Yeah.
Would you rather do an hour or like 2 like 30-minute like small like specials, whatever?
I think it'd just stick to the hour thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Really? Instead of like splitting it up and.
well, I mean, you're splitting everything. I mean, it kind of doesn't even matter anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm serious, because most people are consuming their shit in like 10,
Videos.
20 second
For sure.
clips, and then it's like, here's the clip to the full thing. How many,
People go do it.
But it just feels like the hour would be like, that's your hour. You know what I mean? Like, you would do ideally hour 15 and then whittle it down to an hour of the best shit. And then you could save that other 15 for starting the next one. You know what I mean? But, I'm also like kind of tired of older jokes, so that kind of cuts off time, and I'm having fun doing the new stuff and still figuring out how to tweak it. So I posted
new challenge.
Yeah, I've posted clips of the new stuff, and then I'm like, this could be better.
Yeah.
It'll be better. And I'm like, do I put the new version up? Like,
I remember one of my favorite jokes of yours.
it's like like Lil Nas X. Here's another version of fucking Old Town Road. Like,
I remember every time I back in the days when I used to, when I'd see you at shows, the Farsees joke would crack me up. Hella, is that a real story or is that like a
totally fake.
Okay. But no, what I mean is that a real thing? That word? You created it.
I think I overheard it somewhere.
Okay.
Not as a joke.
Yeah. Just heard someone saying.
Yeah, someone saying it's a Farsi.
You know what a Farsi is?
Isn't Farsi a language?
That's what I thought. It is, but that's F-A-R-S.
Is it a H?
I don't know.
Farsi. That's what they speak in Iran.
I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Let's edit that part out where I tried to spell it.
We'll dub it to make you sound right.
But it's a unit of measurement. So it's like if you're staring down a road and it's like you go 3 Farsees.
It's far.
Yes. No, it's just how far can you see?
As you can see.
Go that far.
I thought it was a fib or a lie.
And then once you get there, look down the street again. That's 2 Farsees. It's like I think I heard it in like one of those like kind of like Stockton-ish kind of town where there's just long stretches of road that are flat.
Because it's like something about giving directions, right?
Yeah. I say I'm lost in the South. It was our South. It was Fresno. And this
shout out to all our Fresno listeners.
Exactly.
We love you.
This redneck dude was like whittling wood, and then it's the whole. Yeah.
Is that
Just 3 Farsees. That's a good joke.
is that story about the kid in the train? Like
No, that's also fake.
okay.
I
I always like to ask these things because like. It sounds like it's a real thing.
Well, I try to make believable stories,
Exactly.
but it's all no way the baby put in fucking headphones.
Exactly.
Like, no, I was on a crowded train in New York, and this baby was in the harness, and it was like this close to the fucking door, and I just thought to myself, like, I just imagined the doors opening and closing on the baby, and I just went, and then I was like, oh, sorry, I was like jotting it down on the little pen while standing up, trying not to fall. And
It reminded me when I was a waiter. There was a kid on a high chair, and I was bringing plates, and I swung around too fast, and I hit the kid in the head. And that's what it reminded me of, because they're vulnerable to a lot of this shit. These kids just kind of standing around. I hit the kid with the plate in the head.
Oh.
And the parents got mad, and they were like,
I would assume so.
Right?
but I apologize. But that's why I was like, this.
I've almost spilled coffee on children.
No.
Would you like a refill? How about a second-degree burn? Would you like that?
Eat your heart out, McDonald's.
Good reference. Like, who needs to know that this is why? It's because of that motherfucker.
How much money did he win? Like $1 million something?
I thought it was a her that.
Oh, her. Yeah.
It was up there.
But
It's somewhere.
I read somewhere else that it was like nuclear hot. Like,
Yeah.
it was
No,
way hotter than it was supposed
she
to be.
was in the hospital with bandages, okay? She's injured, man. Like, laid up for a few days. It was
Fucking
serious.
mummy, the mummy.
You know, yeah.
Yeah, a knocks in the moon.
She had to sue for loss of wages and everything, man.
Shout out Brendan Fraser.
Yo.
I'm next on the moon.
Yo,
That guy's from New Zealand. What the fuck is he doing?
oh, the fucking the mummy guy.
No, he's not. I was just.
No,
I was thinking. I was thinking a dude from Training Day.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, that dude, great fucking actor.
Yeah, he plays everything but New Zealand.
But New Zealand, yeah. he's like Maury or some shit. Maury. Yeah. Maury.
He was in that's a great movie you've never seen. It is Once We're Warriors.
Never seen that one.
Oh,
Never.
that shit.
He's in Doctor Sleep. He plays
He's the
Pablo
Mando.
Escobar.
Oh no, I'm thinking of the other guy.
Oh, have you seen Doctor Sleep?
That was the sequel to Shining.
He's the best friend. He has like cornrows and shit.
Wow.
Yeah, and he plays
Gregor,
he plays Pablo Escobar in Blow. He played the Cholo in Training Day. It's like he might be playing you one day, dog.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this white boy.
I was gonna ask you also about the food. Like you were a chef too.
I was a cook.
A cook. Oh,
It feels weird to hear chef, just because
you were a chef. Come on, let's just.
out in New York, I was a pizza cook. I was a prep cook for like 3 weeks, and then that place shut down. I have a good track record with that. And then I worked at one of the busiest pizza spots in Brooklyn for a year, and I fucking
Ray's?
It's called Roberta's.
Roberto's.
And I couldn't stand it there
Why?
because I was getting paid the same amount as someone they hired that day who couldn't fucking.
Wow.
I'm like one of the few that can like actually cook.
Yeah.
You know, like I wasn't to the level as like the vets.
Yeah.
They can cook like 8 in this pizza. I can do 5.
Okay.
In this wood fire
You have
pizza.
experience in the kitchen.
Yeah, and I'm making the same amount, and then we're not getting tipped out at all by the front. Like every restaurant and every city, state has their own weird rules about that shit. But
Yeah, I was gonna ask about how it is working in food out there and as opposed to here.
that place was, as soon as the doors would open, we would get there at 8, have to do all the fucking prep, make fucking family meal for the day, and then as soon as the doors open, here come these idiots with their luggage. They either just came from the airport or are going to right
This
after
is
they
New York
eat.
pizza.
And it's like, fuck, you just want a breather, you know?
Yeah.
We would get no breaks.
Damn.
Yeah. We like
No cigarette
if it was
breaks?
quiet, can I smoke? Like, yeah, but hurry back. We got all this other shit to do.
Jesus.
And so my favorite day working there was when I told them I'm not working weekends anymore. And then my second favorite day was quitting. Putting in my 2 weeks. Because my boss goes, fuck, you're the 4th one today. I'm like, yeah.
Oh shit.
That should let you know this fucking sucks, man. You guys treat us like cogs. We're going to fucking,
There's definitely something wrong.
you know what I mean? Like,
He's the 4th one.
like I couldn't get a fucking dollar bump in my pay. Like, and then
What was the pay, if you don't mind me asking?
it was about, I think it was like 13 an hour.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
2018?
2018.
Damn.
And then the warehouse I ended up working at afterwards was like 18.
And all the smoke breaks.
I got a lunch. I got a lunch break. we would fuck up pizzas on purpose just so we could have like a little something to eat, Oh, this one got a hole.
Oh, they said no pepperoni. My bad.
Oh man, we would do that shit.
Put
all the time.
salami.
But that was a perk. That was a perk, was getting like high quality food, because they started the restaurant. We can not talk about this if you want.
No, yeah.
It started off, they bought like this part of like this old car lot.
Yeah.
And they just kept expanding the more successful they got. So then they had now they have a 1-star restaurant attached to the main restaurant. It's fucking wild.
It's hilarious.
There's a version of that in Richmond.
Yeah?
It's hilarious. It's a taco truck, and they have like a new, like a fancier restaurant out that they open on the lot where the truck was at. But the truck's still busier than the restaurant.
Oh, I mean, ours was like reserved like months in advance and fucking, there would only be 10 seats. And, you know, we'd have to anyway. Fuck, I'm having flashbacks working there. Because I would get pissed off because we'd be busting our ass not getting any of these tips, right? And
they were probably making a killing out there.
They were murdering, and they had it was like a LGBT stranglehold on the serving staff.
What the fuck does that mean? What does that mean?
So it was like this crew, almost 95% of them were LGBT.
Okay.
And they were all a clique. Like people would try to drop off resumes and be like, "Oh yeah, we'll take this." We'll really take a look.
Shoot.
They would only hire their folks.
Yeah. Folks. Yeah.
Yeah, or what do they call them, fag hags or something. I said that part. No.
Shout out to LGBTQ.
No, but because they make a lot of because they know working there they'll make a shit ton of fucking money.
So someone's only hiring their homies.
Yeah,
basically.
And one day we were just getting our ass handed to us, this party of 12 on top of the rest of the restaurant. They all wanted fucking calzones.
Oh,
okay.
So wood fire oven, 12 calzones. We were forgetting what was in them because we're just struggling, struggling. On top of making the regular shit for everybody else.
Shit.
Take a bite and see what you got.
Yeah,
that's not yours.
Oh my god, it was a night. And then once that table left, this fool started. He came up to where we were cooking because it's an open cooking area, and he's just counting 20s. And I'm like, "Hey, dude." I had the paddle in my hand. I was like, "Hey, dude, could you not do that here, man? That's more than I'm gonna make this week, bro. What the fuck is your problem,
asshole?"
That's fucked up. Because isn't it tradition? I remember when I worked in the kitchen as a.
It depends. It depends where you go.
Okay.
Honestly, because there's this Facebook group I'm part of. It's In the Weeds.
Yeah.
And nothing better than watching people from different states, different cities argue about what the proper thing is for tipping and how much. Not even that. It's just why am I tipping out the back of house? Why am I? Why is it? And what? If we're tipping out back of house, what percentage should it be?
Right. If it's the owner, don't tip them.
Yeah. But everywhere is different.
Right.
And then it's comparison to how much they're making minimum wage. Some of them, why would someone whose only income is the tips want to tip out anybody?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because you're making their hourly in the back of house. Why the fuck? Blah 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 blah. But I generally think it's a good practice. California is weird, but we all make a certain amount. Give the motherfuckers in the back. Dude, they're busting their ass, making sure you have clean shit.
Good food.
Yeah.
And it's done in time where you don't have fucking it's
the hardest thing now to keep people.
Right. Yeah.
Because the money is bad a lot of the time.
A lot of these places where you've seen now where they're hella understaffed. And we won't say where. We've seen a few of those places.
Yeah.
And it seems like it's only going to get worse when they're paying more at McDonald's than at one of these restaurants.
Yeah, I don't have a solution other than
comedy, stand-up comedy.
No, this rent shit is crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How can you afford to pay anybody the amount of, and you're never gonna own the place, which is the most fucked.
Exactly.
I'm building your area up. How?
God forbid you have medical bills.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about this yesterday.
Yeah,
Unless it's a truck, I'm not trying to fucking start a restaurant in the Bay Area.
No.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, yeah. That's crossed your mind. We talked about today. Yeah.
My brother tried to, but I'm like, I'm not working with my brother. No, never mix business with family, dude. Fuck that shit.
Is your brother older or younger?
Older. He's 9 years older than me.
We could invest.
Okay.
You could take an investment from him.
Is your brother responsible? That's the question.
I think that's why it's fucking.
It's more like the
I see.
interaction part.
Okay.
Like,
I think you're gonna say interracial. What? Wait, what is your brother?
It's the fact that he's half black that I don't really want to fuck with him.
he is my half brother, but he's actually also half Filipino. My mom had a type for a while. He is half Filipino.
Half brother, half Filipino. It's not a half here, bro. I don't know if
I wasn't off.
I can only half trust you, so I can't take like
But, he's half Japanese, half Filipino, like me, but half brother. But it's just
You're half Japanese?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I always forget to tell people. Yeah.
So if you would open a food truck, what kind of food truck would you do?
We've talked about this before, right? Like you mentioned that you've been cooking for what? How many years?
Like as a job, like
Yeah.
off and on, I was cooking for about 8 years.
8 years? Okay. And you came pretty close to I think we talked about this on like Facebook hell years ago. You came close to opening your own little thing before, no?
No, that
Not opening, but like doing like your own like catering.
like pop-up kind of
Yeah.
yeah.
Because that's remember I was doing my little pop-up shit for a while. It's a long story. I think I mentioned to these guys before.
I've no, I've never done anything to that. I've never done the pop-up. I've only worked for other folks.
Okay.
But I've like cooked damn near my whole life.
Yeah.
Yeah, would always.
What would you do if you did?
I don't know, something trendy.
Yeah.
Something.
Quesadilla tacos.
Like fucking write a bunch of fucking write a bunch of cuisines on the board and then fucking throw darts and like whatever I hit, that's the fusion. Like
That's how I feel too, because I like pasta, dude. Like I of course, everyone would assume Mexican for me, but like there's I like eating all kinds of, I like eating noodles.
Birria ramen.
Yeah, but that's already a thing.
I don't know. I think just I don't know. I don't fucking know, dude. I have no idea what I fucking do. It's so far from my mind of like.
For sure, yeah. Especially like you said, imagine like having a fucking place.
I like the romanticism of it.
Yeah.
More so than the practicalness
For sure.
of me doing it.
Yeah.
Like I'll be at 3 a.m. up on YouTube watching some old Japanese dude have a late night ramen cart.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's tight. I wish we could do that in Oakland. It would never fuck. Like he'd fully get robbed for his propane tank.
Get shot.
Shot.
His propane tank. They poured noodles over him.
Oh my god.
As just being dicks. Yeah. What you say that now? Like, let's say you do start, and then fucking 2 years after, you're on Mind of a Chef and shit. Like, hey, it could happen. Because you seem very passionate about food just as much as you are.
Yeah, but I would like to be on there like Ali Wong is, or like hey, let me eat this for free.
Okay.
Like
Celebrity host guest.
Yeah, I mean, like
don't want to be in there like fucking.
Yeah, Aziz Ansari. Yeah.
Fucking sweating and shit. Yeah.
Look at all the fucking work they're doing. Like, I'll be that guy.
I better tip everyone.
That look good. That look good right there. I can't wait to get this.
Yeah, fuck that.
As a server, I'll ask you this because you're gonna. Have you served like some of your celebrity heroes?
No.
Oh no.
No.
Damn. Okay.
I've served audience members. Like, weren't you? Yeah, I was. This is what pays the bills.
I think I shared this before, but I served Don Nelson once.
No shit.
And
what kind of alcohol?
funny enough, all I remember, he smelled like armpits and weed. That's all I remember.
Damn.
Yeah, he was tall as fuck, man. It was like if a Great Dane was a human, That's what I remember. Like that's what it seemed like. He was with 2 other giants with him, like 2 other dudes his size.
Yeah, and he gets loaded.
Yeah.
He gets loaded.
He gets mad loaded. I'm surprised he hasn't been on All the Smoke.
Yeah,
True.
That'd be a good. I think that'd be a good one.
This is back when he had like a haircut and he was coaching the Warriors still. And anyways, he was eating like some kind of salad, and then he asked for sherbet. That's all I remember.
Diet. There you go.
Sherbet.
He wanted sherbet, so I brought him sherbet. I didn't even know he fucking had it. It was in the back. It was made by Cisco.
Oh, no.
Scooped it up for him in a fucking little bowl, and then I brought it out to him, and then I didn't even know who he was. That's how fucking Mexican I am.
Elder Giant.
I didn't know who he was. Yeah, I was like, So he, the fucking chef said, "You know who that is, right?" And like, that's the Warriors coach. I'm like, "Oh shit, cool. Yeah, all right." So like, you mean the movie Warriors? Like, what do you
See, like the assistant coach.
yeah,
Like who?
Well, I didn't know. So then,
Like, you know, the Warriors are trash right now, right? Nobody.
yeah, I found out he was fucking rich.
Yeah.
He gave me a $5 tip. And I was like, I would have been cool with that if I wouldn't have known, you know?
Right.
That's Cisco sherbet.
Flip like a dollar coin that you're like, yeah, there you go.
Don't spend it all in one place.
A shiny nickel if you can.
Exactly.
He put the coin like halfway and then it flipped on.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
Oh yeah, you used to serve your audience members. I remember that.
No. Well,
We talked about that yesterday.
that was specifically at that venue.
Right. Yeah.
But
yeah.
no, I like in my other jobs, like not word.
Yeah,
not
like,
comedy act.
Hey, you're that guy.
Weren't you at such and
The
such? The punchline. I'm like, yeah. So.
Did you think they paid?
So what's
me
the
enough
special
to not
today? What are the specials today? Oh,
No, but stand up does lend
no,
itself.
you walk Corday, bro. You walk Corday.
Good. It's too many black people.
No.
Quit laughing at that. Quit laughing at that.
It's like there can be only one.
No.
Oh yeah, the way they recognize you.
No. Just the stand up. It lends itself to you being a better server or being
sure.
more better interact. Like, you know, 'cause some people just don't want to,
Not personable.
not personable at all.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be servers.
Yeah, I mean, which we all see them at Denny's.
That's fucked up, man. I've had some really good servers.
No, I'm
at
kidding.
Denny's,
I'm kidding.
man.
I've had some great ones.
Take it back, man.
Shout out to all our
Clutch 4:00 in the morning, fucking
dude.
Shout out to all
chicken
the
fried steaks.
Yeah.
service people out there. We love y'all. Microwaving the eggs.
Shout out to Chef Mike. Yeah. Okay. So we were talking about this earlier that you were gonna ask him.
Okay.
I think it's time for that.
Time for that question. All right. Okay. So like, you're a comedian. You've been doing comedy for 12
We
years.
established that.
Yeah. I know like a big thing that people always talk about, like, would you ever date like a female comedian?
Would I?
Whoa, boy.
Without mentioning names. Go ahead. And
Unless you want to.
Yeah.
No.
I was a hoe very early in the stand-up career.
One of the perks.
At least I wasn't like one of those guys fucking down. Not fucking down, but like using, like I was
Using it to
I was
elevate yourself.
I was fucking
up?
No, I was fucking my level.
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly.
Like,
Nothing was.
I was never like, hey, what's up, open mic girl?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
that fucking.
How long you been doing it? 2 months? Yeah. Okay. I'm 7 years
Hey,
in.
sugar boo. You are just so tasty. How does he bring women up to? That's the perk of being old, I guess. You just be a mad pervert.
Hey, sugar boo.
He'll be bringing up chicks to the stage like this. God damn. Just, and she talked too. Like, love you, Tom.
Hey, sugar nasty.
But I mean, what do you want to know about it? Like,
That was his question.
who was good? Like, hopefully I was okay. Like,
No. The question is because usually, like like a lot of comedians always talk about this. Like, I would never date somebody.
Yeah, don't
like,
ever date. That's
Don't ever date
advice.
another like comedian or something like that.
you should not.
Yeah.
Particularly if you have to still see them around all the time. It could fuck
Do
you
you
up.
see a lot of them?
Yes.
Well, he was a host, so obviously he sees a lot.
Well, I
of them.
mean,
Yeah. a lot of them in the early days they gave up.
They gave up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give it up for Sugar Nasty.
Give it up for all the Sugar Nasties out there that Joseph hooked up with.
I've seen comics that have done that, and then they're like, don't book me on the show if she's gonna be.
Yeah.
That's so fucking weird.
It's not
You
ideal.
fucking- yeah.
I'm cool with my XX, but there are mistakes that I've made that are just floating around like fuck, dude.
Just floating around just back at comedy clubs.
Like,
just over there.
it's like
Awkward.
yeah, so it's like I'd rather not deal with that ever fucking again.
Okay.
You know, just I have the perfect amount of floating around, you know.
With you 1 to 10, like, or not 1 to 10, is it the number up there?
It's
Like it's like every fucking woman comic in the scene.
not everyone.
Okay.
Not even that many. It's not even that many. It's not that many. It's under double digits.
It's oh shit.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
That's good. That's not bad. Okay.
Wait, let me think about it.
Wait a minute.
That's not including New York.
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh shit. I didn't even think about that.
He's like, wait, do one night stands count? Hold on now.
He came back because of COVID.
Motherfucker running away from child support.
Little half Japanese, half Filipino babies all over New York.
Oh god. That was a scary thought. No, it's I definitely do not recommend fucking around in the shit.
Yeah.
Because you never know. I don't know. I've had this weird thing of
Ho Anolin.
Josef Anolin.
Host of Anolin, that's the name of the podcast.
No, it was or you just like, oh shit, this bitch is crazy. I won't, man.
Yeah, don't name names.
No, I won't name names, but
Just first name. I'm just kidding.
this one chick. This is
Still active?
no,
Okay.
not a comic either, but it's just a funny story that I've never been able to get to work on stage.
Yeah.
I couldn't fuck with her anymore because she defended blackface.
Wow.
It's a homage. I was like, bitch, what? I'm going on YouTube, bringing up a
Actual.
That's the clip.
That's a clip. That's a clip.
Oh my. Okay.
I was like, I went on YouTube and brought up the Breakfast at Tiffany scene. Like, see how that motherfucker's white and not, but he's playing it like. See how angry I am? That's how no black people think this shit's an homage.
Like it's some kind of honor. Like I should be flattered.
It's paying tribute.
As they
Don't laugh at that, Phil. You're not allowed to laugh at that.
You know, like my old ethnic studies background started kicking in. It was like fucking the historical implications of why they weren't even on the screen.
Exactly.
Here's Bamboozle. Take this home and watch this. I was just like, what the fuck?
What
was
race?
like,
What race was this chick?
she was white as fuck.
Okay, yeah. I mean, just had to ask, but you know, sometimes it'd be like shocking. It'd be like, oh look, she was
like, I'm doing
exactly. Filipino. I don't see nothing wrong.
And bless her heart, she probably really believed
Although
somehow honoring my existence.
Oh my God, she did. She wouldn't budge, dude.
She wouldn't budge
on the issue.
Like, how many facts was she, like? Was she just like, nah, I don't agree.
She was just like, no, you don't understand. It was them. I'm like,
You don't understand. You're the one who don't
I was
understand.
like, fuck. All right.
She's like, I'm just showing my appreciation for.
It's like, yeah, go out in blackface then. Go pay homage in Oakland. Go
Let's go to Lake Merritt.
do the fucking thing and the voice.
Like, I did
The Zatarans dance. The Zatarans.
did it for you.
The closest thing was, I remember I was talking to this chick and I found out she was conservative, and I was like, okay. I was like, let me just right, and then like she's
Also
like,
white?
Yeah, also white, yeah, big ass titties, big as hell. She was like, oh, it was funny. She started talking to me. She's like, oh, I seen like what you post. And I was like, what's bad about it? I was like, I kind of don't like really agree.
I don't vibe with that.
I don't agree with what you're posting. And I was like, bitch, I'm the liberal. Aren't I supposed to be saying that to you? I was like, what are you saying? Oh, I'm conservative. I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, she's like, and I voted for Trump. Like, ugh. I was like, oh, so you regret it? And she's like, no. And I was like, okay, well, we could talk about like, I figured it out. But she's like, yeah, I just don't think this is gonna like work out. Like, I kind of just don't like your posts. And I was like, should I be saying this as a liberal? But it was funny. It was funny in the moment.
See, but as a comic, if you heard the other comics, you know, and then you still get past that.
Yeah.
Something special to that.
Yeah, something special to it. Yeah.
What, Republican?
No,
I got lost. I'm sorry.
I kind of got lost too.
I was like thinking in my head, like, how big do the titties gotta be to overlook that they voted for Trump or some shit?
I'll show you.
Oh, we got the light. We got the light. There we go.
You just always said it before me.
What the fuck? Like, you recording?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you though about that. We were talking about this before we started recording about that Halloween show because we talked about that last night.
Yeah. It was.
Was that your first time you ever did something like that where you got mad at the audience?
No. Not so much the first time, but it was I didn't even try to make it funny at the end.
Just flat out.
I told him you're not getting a last joke from me. I'll tell you that, you fuckers. You guys suck. You fucking.
Well, take us through what happened.
Oh God. All right. So we're all fucking dressed up like idiots.
What were you dressed as?
Some character from an anime.
Okay.
And I had the wig on.
Goku?
Nah. Let's just not play the guessing game. It's gonna take too long.
You could tell us.
It was. Oh yeah.
How did you remember?
It was Itachi from Naruto.
Oh, okay.
I had
that.
I had the contacts in and all that shit.
Damn.
That's one of my favorite characters from Naruto too.
Me too. So anyway. It was just like normally
Let's not play the guessing game. That was my second guess. Anyway.
Usually the Sunday showcase before a holiday is usually fire. That's the shows I always want to do. Anytime that Monday, I mean, you don't have Halloween off. Maybe that's why they suck. But you know,
Still have to work.
Halloween is like one of those holidays where it's like it's more fun to be doing some club shit than
Right.
or like, you know,
actually celebrated.
yeah, than sitting down quiet.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I guess we got that shithead crowd. That, you know, I was calling them out. I was like, are you on some like 2-for-1 Eventbrite shit? Like, why are y'all here? Like, clearly
Those are the sucky.
I always tell them, like, whenever the show's been going bad, I'll go, you know, you're not hostages, right? You could just bounce. Like, because I'd prefer like there be 10 people who really want to see the show versus 50 where 40 of them don't want to fucking be there or have the attitude like this sucks. I'm like, I'd rather you leave and the rest of the show be good or more enjoyable for us as well than it feel like to
Like,
feel
go to
like
a bar if you're just gonna drink.
Right, but don't make me feel like this shit isn't funny.
Yeah.
You know, like, I know this, like, not just me, but all these other comics who went up before me.
Yeah.
And so I made this big, like, you know, you guys suck, this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Tim, delete the video. Like,
It's like, come on, audience, stop gaslighting us.
and then Ian Levy goes up and fucking murdered. And I was like, you son of a bitch. But in the rest of the comics who bombed defense, like, this fool had this like script that he made some guy read, and you know, it was like this interactive thing. But yeah. I got mad and I took the wig off. I was like, "Fuck you! You don't get my full regalia." I said regalia.
Because also that same thing, like you're going up as an anime character, and everybody else is dressed up for Halloween, going up as that character, trying to tell jokes as that character, not their.
Oh yeah, I wasn't doing.
You weren't
that.
doing character jokes?
No, fuck that.
Okay.
Because I watched that bomb the whole night too. Like Mario and Luigi, fucking.
Well, yeah,
References you might not get.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's kind of like everybody else is trying to tell jokes as the character, and then no one in the audience is giving them like, okay, well they're actually trying to do something different, and Joseph goes up just like, fuck this, like, you know, like trying hard.
And then I realized I was like, oh shit, I can't do that joke. I'm not dressed that way. I did that on stage. It's probably the best laugh I got that night. I was like, oh fuck, this joke doesn't work right now.
I did that when I was supposed to do it in character, but I just did it in a costume and I just did my regular shit.
What was the costume?
Nacho Libre. And I didn't even have a Nacho Libre costume. I just wore a red flannel and called myself Alcoholic Nacho Libre.
Obviously, Joseph hasn't seen the movie.
No, I was like trying to picture it. I was like, I thought you were dressed up like when he was trying to impress the chick.
What are the white pants?
Yeah.
The shirt, the white pants, and he was like,
That would have been better.
yeah, way better, dude.
That would have been better than what I
Red
did.
flannel.
Funny you said that too, because I pictured the same thing.
Norteño with Nacho Libre, yeah.
Oh, fuck. All right. It's been a while since
I'll show you pictures later.
Yeah.
Shut up your face. That part and the nucleus.
The nucleus.
That's the most part I remember for that fucking movie.
I wanted to talk about this here because like we got the light, but before we go, like first of all, thank you for coming out, bro.
Yeah, I'm used to running the light. Let's do it.
No, yeah.
Facts. Real quick, before you start, there's a bet every time Joseph goes up at the punchline.
No, New York tempered me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I've fucked up people's money.
Okay.
Because everyone thought I was gonna run it. I would be under.
Okay, yeah. So like, so Joseph, they'd be like small little bet between comics.
Oh yeah, the chalkboard in the back.
Chalkboard in the back. Yeah.
These motherfuckers was like they might as well have slips in their hands. Like the betting on the Running Man or some shit.
Right? Because if you're a pass, you get to do. Most people would do like 9 or 10. How often?
Depending on like how many people, yeah, it'd be like anywhere from 7 to 10.
So 7 to 10,
the
right?
Last three comics.
For the last 3 comics, right? And then it would be like, okay, let's see how long Joseph's set goes, and people would be like, he's gonna run the lights. So
Yeah,
it'd be like, okay.
Some motherfuckers had me at like 11:59 and shit. Like, damn, fool, you think I'm gonna go over like 2? Like, that's a whole bit. Like,
Yeah, right? And it was funny because I think Joseph finished like at like 10:25, and it was like he went over like I won, and everybody was like betting like how much. It was okay, 10:05, 10:10, like
Deadpool.
Basically, it was like the Deadpool.
I heard when I got off stage one time when they did that, someone went, "Fuck!" They must have been betting good money on that shit.
I think I was back there. It was at least like about $25. No. Somebody was. At one point, it was like 35, just like to see like if it. And it was between like 2 people to see. And then like somebody was trying to get into it. Like it was like, nah, we already kind of like established this. But he was like, I got 15 right now, and it was like, so yeah.
That sounds like a Phil Griffith. Let me get it on.
Sounds like some fucking horse race shit that was like
A little bit.
straight up gambling addicts would do.
Yeah, I think Mark Smalls and Ron Vai were the ones who started it. So
okay,
that would make sense.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. No, but I wanted to talk about how we talked about this before, and I think we finally got to get it done, bro. We're gonna do some food blogging.
Yeah. I want to take K-Kid around and
Take K-Kid.
and then because she, what the fuck is that?
Exactly. Yeah.
It'd be fun.
K-Kid is like the Tiffany Haddish of the Bay Area.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
That's a big.
You want to have her try balut and fucking what was the other thing you were talking about yesterday?
Dog?
Dog.
I mean, we're not eating dog.
You had dog. You've ate dog.
In the Philippines, it was already cooked. It was not like it's not like I picked one out and was like, fresh.
What was there?
we were in the fucking.
Is this lengua? No, it's dog. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget the name of it, but he said it. I was like,
The name of the dog?
no, the dish.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, oh, that's it. Fuck it, I'm here.
Yeah. He said it tasted like pork.
Tasted like pork, but yeah. I'm like, this feels wrong.
Yeah.
So
That's
Did you start barking afterwards or what?
it's not a fucking werewolf, dude.
and he bit it. It didn't bite him.
Yeah.
As in your conscience, though. Because as a guy who likes dogs, I probably would try it too, just to try it.
Nah.
Yeah.
Why not? Why wouldn't you try it?
Because I don't eat a dog, dude. I don't. That's like I'll eat a cat though. Fucking hate cats.
Okay, see that's I guess okay. Never mind. I was gonna make a point about that, but if you didn't know it was a dog, you would have thought it was pork.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except I would have been like, what fucking bone is this? Like,
I think if you've eaten sausages, you may have eaten some other shit that wasn't what the fucking what it said it's supposed to be.
Okay.
he's like,
Hot dogs too.
Hot dogs, yeah.
Hot dogs probably
Hot
have a little
dogs.
dog in them.
Probably a rat will fall in there. You would never know.
wait,
Right.
Corday, would you, if you had to murder your meat to eat meat, would you do it? Would you be able to?
Murder my meat?
Like you had to go out.
You had to-
get your,
That's what I thought. I was like, go out and like kill something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead and slaughter your own meat.
yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah.
Well, what would you do then if that was the case? Because after you play with a fucking baby cow, you might not want to do that to a cow.
Yeah,
They're fucking adorable.
See how cute goats are?
Oh,
Bro, fuck a goat. No,
I
fuck
feel
about no
bad.
damn goat.
It's funny you say it. Some people literally fuck goats.
Yeah. Fucked it and ate it.
I think we closed it.
Where tell our listeners where they can follow you on social media.
It's at Comedian Joe 510 on
You have TikTok
IG,
too, right?
TikTok. Yeah. I don't post many.
And you'll be at our first Quesabirria show.
Yeah, I'll be there.
post a
Way
clip.
to plug that. I think I'm at Cobb's this week. Like a one-off show.
Okay.
All Stars.
Yeah, you're on a story show, hella funny show.
Yeah, doing that.
Are you
Wednesday
part
and
of
Thursday,
Hella
right?
No, I'm just a affiliate.
Okay.
I'm a freelance.
Free Asian.
I'm an independent
Free Asian.
Free Asian. I said free Asian.
Yeah.
free Asian. This fucking guy.
I'm sorry. Hey, for real though, thanks for coming on. I know I've asked you like 7 times.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that. Hey. First of May.
Thank God for no red on GPS. Thank you.
I know, right? This almost didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It almost
Just
did
been
not.
a couple of miles on the way.
A couple
right?
miles in the way, yeah.
Oh man, I was like, all right, I'm going through the Caldecott. We can't go back now.
Hey, bro. Thanks again for coming
Yeah,
out.
cheers.
I'll see you in a few weeks. All right. That's been the Voice Party.
And we're out.
I was like, over.
That was the Republican.
Damn.